to welcome you aboard train number 15, the Ocean.
Welcome. This is the Ocean, via rail Halifax to Montreal, a train line that's been connecting the Maritimes to central Canada for over a century. And today, it's taking me from Halifax, Nova Scotia to Montreal, Quebec, over 1,300 kilometers in 24 hours. No traffic, no airport rush, just space to breathe and watch the country unfold. Real towns, real forests and rivers. It's not just travel, it's seeing the places we often forget exist, and realizing how much beauty there is in between. I always wanted to take a train ride like this, and because of some poor flight planning and trying to book 2 days before my departure, I couldn't arrive in Montreal when I needed to. But this ended up being a blessing in disguise, as I wouldn't have had the initiative to finally check this off my bucket list otherwise. Coincidentally, this is also the cheaper option, given the specific day I chose. So why should you take the train? It's an experience. Unlike an airplane, you get the chance to actually relax and see a side of Canada most people don't. I took this trip in mid-April, and it was very cool to see the spring weather and sunshine in Halifax change to a more snowy landscape as we traveled through northern New Brunswick. Now, I'm sure I've got you hooked. Let's talk about ticket classes. There isn't much option for this trip, the main two being Economy and Sleeper Plus. Economy class. This is the cheapest option, ideal if you're on a budget and don't mind less privacy. I give respect to this class because most of the time, it is cheaper than flying. It includes a large reclining seat with lots of legroom, more than an airplane, access to shared washrooms, power outlet at your seat, access to the snack bar, great windows for viewing the scenery, and you can bring your own food and drinks, unlike an airplane. It doesn't include meals, bed or sleeping accommodations, access to the dining car or lounge. It's best for budget-conscious travelers, students, or anyone who's okay with a no-frills scenic ride. Sleeper Plus class. This is the classic long-distance train experience. Comfort, privacy, and full service included. The train becomes your moving hotel, essentially. When I was looking into the Sleeper Plus classes for this trip, I noticed it did only have 2 options that I could book, with or without a shower. A cabin for 2 they call the Renaissance car. And whether you're booking for 1 or 2, this is what was available. If you do book it for just yourself, they don't make you share it with someone else. This is your room, your personal washroom, with whichever option you choose. I chose without shower, which includes private cabin with 2 seats that convert into bunk beds, or if you're in my situation, you can have them fold down with just 1 bed, which is very comfortable. Private toilet and sink. The showers are still shared, given my room option. Meals, tea, coffee, snacks are included. Power outlets to charge up your devices, of course. Access to the lounge and dining car. And priority boarding. This is best for couples or friends traveling together. Families with kids, you can book 2 rooms side by side, or a solo traveler with too much time on their hands. Meals. As I mentioned, the Sleeper Plus class gives you access to the dining car, and with that, 3 meals to satisfy you on your journey. The dining car has seats for 2 and 4 people, but diners are encouraged to sit with other patrons. I really like this. Somehow it works. People talk. Seems to be one of those quintessential train things that I didn't really expect to have as much of an impact as it does. Something about knowing you can relax and aren't in a rush, coupled with good food, surrounded by people on the same journey, just brings it all together. My departure was scheduled for 11:30 a.m., but they start lunch almost right away. They have 2 separate times for each meal, so as not to make it too congested. Lunch was served at 12 and 1:30, dinner at 6 and 7:30. I slept in, so I missed breakfast, but looking on the pamphlet, though, it appears they serve breakfast without reservation, continuing service from 6 to 9 a.m. During lunch and dinner, you receive a drink menu, not included, all extra, of course, sporting wines from Canada's own vineyards, and beer, of course, followed by the main course and dessert. I chose the smoked mozzarella ravioli, which also happened to be the vegetarian dinner option on the menu. The service staff are great. I'm not sure if they get trained in this or they just pick good people for the job. They are very welcoming. Very easy people to talk to or banter with. The train has a lot of service staff to meet your needs. Some of the ones you'll meet include room attendants who make up the bed for you at your request, give information to you about your journey, or help you if you require other assistance. Snack bar operators who also operate the regular bar. Waiters and waitresses, of course. They don't leave you waiting and always make sure your drinks are topped up. Now, let's talk about some potential downsides. Some people experience motion sickness, and while the train may not be as bad as a plane, the trip is for a lot longer. Some cautionary planning can be taken here to reduce a possible feeling of motion sickness by booking your ticket for a forward-facing room or seat, which can help lessen the effects. Another downside is the time. It does take a lot longer to get from Halifax to Montreal or vice versa by the train than it does the plane. This is the only real downside I considered, but in the end, the timing worked out perfect. The journey was rather pleasant, and if you're at home thinking about this to yourself and the only comparison is a plane, and you're thinking about how awful it would be to be on a plane for 24 hours, you're exactly right. Luckily, this is nothing like a plane. Passengers are encouraged to get up and move around, and you don't have to stay in your own room. With all this being said, I had a great time and can personally recommend the journey to anyone with an itch to adventure and some time to waste looking for something different. A unique experience seeing the sights in a different way. I hope you all get the chance to go as well, or if you have, tell me about it in the comments. Thanks for watching. Now let's check out some views.